How has the different ways of training, how has that been affecting you on a mental and on a physical level, having to change your schedule, having to train in your house sometimes, having to meet with less people?
Certainly is a very tough moment and difficult for all of us. But I think as a dancer, we are capable. One of our attribution is that we're adapting very quickly. So I, for one, I only speak for myself because other people are different, but I myself, I find the confinement is great. That allowed me to explore different parts of myself, first of all. And secondly, is that I could focus on one thing without disturbed. And I'm pretty happy with that, is that I could train myself, I can change my own schedule, I can do whenever I feel like. And also, apart from that, I have my own schedule. As I pushed myself to do things because I have a full time, in a way, I said to myself that I must do something during the day. So I set a schedule from Monday to Saturday, as usual, one day off. And I continue to learn new things. For instance, I've been longing for learning German and to modify my French also a little bit, and having time to study because there are certain application allows you to study remotely, like Coursera, things like this that I applied myself to digital marketing strategy, little series, a little course.
Wow.
And then I've been doing it. I think I was crazy.
Yeah, loads of things.
Yeah. And because I think, frankly, as a dancer, we always do the same thing, and then our body get used to, and we somehow believe that our brain always think in the same way. So I want some challenge for myself. I think that was a great opportunity during the confinement time.
I'm wondering if you have any thoughts about the way forward for the dance community within this new reality. Thinking of things like the importance of dance and art in society, the fact that art and dance is being left a little bit on the back burner, whether that be in conversations, whether that be in government decisions. Do you have any thoughts on what could be our way forward?
I think that's a very good idea. I think most of the company leaders, most of the school leaders, and the community, every single individual in this dance community, and not only to a wider public, I think everybody is thinking about what is post-pandemic the world would be, and particularly to the dance world. Just to give you a very brief thought of this something on my view, is that I don't say in each country, but in Switzerland, the government support art quite enormously. That they already, when they really locked down the whole city, and it's a very hard decision. At the very beginning, they wouldn't want to do that, and after they did this, and they still have certain amount of the subvention to support the art group that allow this so-called community institution to keep running.
Did that go for freelancers as well, or was that solely for dancers who are a part of a company? Was that extended to all artists?
Exactly. As far as I know, for the dancers who belong to a certain company, they get so-called this kind of subvention, which the company receive a big amount of money, and that's we're very lucky. We're in a good state, which is the country provide this. I think the other country, certain I'm sure you know, in Netherlands, the Scapino Ballet.
Yeah, I think it varies very much depending on what country,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
dance ecology and hierarchy system is there. Yeah, it's certainly
absolutely,
complex when you look at it globally.
absolutely.
I'm curious to see, what the true post-pandemic reality comes
Hmm.
to.
Hmm.
And you're certainly right that in every country it's going to have a different, it's going to be a different reality, I think,
Hmm.
depending on
Absolutely.
resources that are available there.
Absolutely. You're
Yeah.
right. I totally agree with you. I take it from your point is that there's a sense of fear. The second part I want to say, express is that there's a sense of fear that people don't trust each other within the society, not only dance group. That are you safe? First of all, the question is that. But I think, of course, right after the post-pandemic period, public would really, they will be highly engaged to go to see a cultural event, basically, not only dance, because they been long time they cannot do it. Gathering over 1,000 people is absolutely forbidden still in Switzerland. So after that, I'm sure the enthusiasm will lead people to explore even more. But how? I think already very good is the driven, that people want to do it.
Yeah.
But therefore, we already explored it, as a lot of dance community group has tried through online.
Yeah.
I don't say we would abandon what we have inherited, our traditions, so-called, the body connection, and to see the public, to really see the real person, not in front of the camera. But perhaps it's also the idea, the conception of many directors that they wouldn't want to let it go the other way, that they want to perhaps leverage or mediate between the technology and the real human contact. They would keep both.
Yeah.
I would more than happy to see that happen, because once again, I think we are experienced, in my view, to some extent, that a new era in the human history.
Most definitely. I mean, in the human history, in the dance community, you know, it's definitely times have changed.